Steelers Talks coverage here from Radio Row here in New Orleans. I am your host, Jack Sperry, and today I am honored to be sitting next to team captain, special teams ace for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mr. Miles Killebrew. Miles, thank you so much for joining the show today.
Of course. I'm pumped. Can't wait. I can't wait to get going here.
By the way, for those of you that don't understand this guy's resume as a special teamer, man. 2-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro, 3-time team captain as the special teams captain, and also he has 3, I believe it's 3 block punts with the Steelers and then 4 in your career. Is that correct?
Yeah, those are the only ones that count, dude.
Yeah.
There's a discrepancy. If it doesn't go beyond the line of scrimmage, it's not a punt, but these hands know, man. I know I got my hands on them.
By the way, he has more punt blocks as a Steeler in the last 4 seasons than any team in the National Football League. I didn't know if you knew that, by the way.
I didn't.
So I think the next team has 2, you have 3, which is just kind of a crazy stat. But anyway, I want to get into the questions here because there's a lot to talk about this offseason. Obviously, there's a little bit of fan backlash and frustration surrounding this team and head coach Mike Tomlin because, plain simply, this team hasn't won a playoff game in a little while. People might be thinking, oh, maybe his message is getting stale in the locker room, this, that, or the other. But I'm somebody that's always said Mike Tomlin is, you just listen to players talk about him, and I just know that, these guys are going to go to bat for Coach T. You want to talk a little bit about him and whether you think he is the right guy to bring this team back to the promised land?
Listen, we all want to win the Super Bowl. No one signs up, especially putting on that Pittsburgh Steelers jersey, with any other intention other than, seeking that Lombardi. And Coach Tomlin is one of the best, if I'm just talking about just pure leaders of men that I've ever seen, and I think is that the league will have ever seen when his tenure's done. And at the end of the day, I fully believe and endorse the fact that Coach Tomlin puts us in the best position to win. And obviously we want to have postseason success. That's something that we all talk about. The leaders on the team, we're trying to figure out how can we cross over that barrier of getting to the playoffs and then succeeding in that second season, that postseason. How can we flip the switch? I feel like we're so close, man, and we're gonna figure it out. I may call me an optimist. I feel like we're gonna figure it out, and I want to be playing in February.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see you. I'd love to be here at Radio Row covering you playing in a Super Bowl, man.
Dude.
That'd be so much fun.
Let's do a post-game interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on,
go inside
man.
the locker room with the Lombardi.
Yeah.
How about that? How about this, man? I want you to tell me specifically, what is it about Mike Tomlin? Now, Coach T is famous for saying there is no secret sauce when it comes to his leadership style, but what is it that just garners so much respect from players, not only in the building in Pittsburgh, but also around the league?
Sure, it's simple. It's his transparency. He will sit you down and he will tell you exactly what's expected of you, and what the organization is looking for from you. And I think that's so valuable, to come in, there's no ambiguity. It's not a gray space of like, okay, why am I here? Why am I on the roster? What do you want from me? No. He squashes all of that, and then he motivates you to go out there and give your best self. And so it's a clear message. You're on board in this position to win games, and ultimately we want to win a Super Bowl.
Absolutely. So you are the special teams captain, so I got to ask about the special teams coach, Danny Smith. Now, as fans, we all know he's chewing a whole pack of gum on the sideline. He's bringing the energy in Latrobe at training camp. What is your favorite quality about Danny Smith as a coach? And is he the best special teams coach you have ever had?
Oh, Danny Smith is awesome, man. It's his passion. It's his passion for the game. It's his attention to detail. I don't think anyone watches more film than Danny Smith. He is truly prepared, and he gets us prepared. He gets us excited to go out there and do our job. We're ready for every look that we get. That's why we were able to almost execute that. Oh my goodness, that fake punt!
I know.
In the season. We got the look. We got it checked.
We do our live watch parties on the channel. I said, "Oh my gosh, they're not covering that guy. This is the right look. Let's go with the fake.
Dude.
Let's go with the fake." And then Oh, man,
Yeah.
it just couldn't bring it in.
See that touch? I tried to get it out there. Obviously, I need to go back and work on my QB skills, but I mean, dude, I tried to get it out there too. I tried my best, dude. I tried my best. But no, Danny Smith, I can't say enough great things about him. I mean, he's the type of guy, listen, he just got surgery, dude, on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I hear he's in the
He didn't
weight
want to
room
miss
with you
any
guys.
time
Yeah.
during the season, so he waited till after season. I mean, you should see this guy trying to show us what to do, and he can't lift his arms up, and he's still going through the motions of like, you gotta get the guy. And I'm like, dude, get the surgery already. And so he finally got it after season, and he's just tough, man. He's a tough dude. He's a tough guy, and he makes you want to play hard.
All right, man. So my next question here.
Yeah.
When it comes to blocking punts,
Sure.
it seems like you know something that the rest
That's
of the
right.
NFL does not know. Now, you don't have to give me every bit of the secret here.
I
You
will
don't have to
give
give me
you-
the complete
listen,
recipe for the
dude.
secret sauce, but what goes into blocking
I
a
will
punt
give
at the
you
National Football
absolutely
League
no
level?
secrets.
Fair enough. my
No,
friend.
but listen, dude, it's one of those things that it's part of the game. And I understand, Coach Danny understands just how stressful special teams can be. It's one of those phases of the game where, hey, look, offense is looking at you like, don't mess this up. Defense is looking at you like, hey, we just did all this hard work on, don't mess this up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both sides are like, hey, just don't mess this up, right? And so we flip the script and we say, instead of going out there and just expecting to just, net even here, let's actually try to dominate this game.
Yeah.
And let's actually go out there and do something that maybe no one is expecting, and that's to turn the tide in our favor on special teams.
Absolutely.
Let's go above and beyond, and that's something we do on the Steelers. We take great pride in all phases of the game, and that's why I love it. I think it's a great match for me.
I want to ask you about another team captain on this squad, Cam Heyward. He is expected to retire after the next 2 seasons. How important is it to the people in the Steelers locker room to get Captain Cam a ring before he retires? Obviously, it seems like the Steelers are trying to win now with their collection of moves this past season. It sounds like they're going to be heading towards that kind of mindset this year. I think it's because they want to get Mr. Cam a ring before he retires. I think we both agree he greatly deserves it.
I'll never tell him to his face, but Cam is an excellent leader. He's a great guy. He really is a joy to be around just because he truly cares. I say I would never tell him to his face because, I'll tell him the opposite. You suck, dude.
Yeah.
You're the worst. But he really is a great guy. And, just he bleeds Pittsburgh, man.
Absolutely.
And the city needs another ring. Cam needs another ring. TJ needs a ring. I want to see Coach Tomlin. He talks about the confetti raining down. I want to see it with my own eyes, man. And I want to be a part of the tremendous legacy that is the Pittsburgh Steelers and get another Lombardi.
Absolutely. So in order to get there, in order to get to this stage that you guys want to be on, what's an area that you think that this team needs to improve upon in 2025 to be able to go get there and go get that 7th Lombardi trophy?
That's an answer that has honestly been racking a lot of our brains recently, ever since the season ended. And I don't think I can come up with a solution where, right now for me, that's going to affect everybody. But it is something that when we get together this spring, we're going to be spending a lot of effort and energy trying to figure out on all levels, because from ownership all the way down to support staff, we really do. We want to win, man.
Yeah.
We want to win a Super Bowl. So we're going to try to do whatever it takes to figure it out. And I'm going to do my part. I'm going to do my job. And I'm going to expect the men around me to do theirs. And together we're going to eat.
I love that. So we are here in New Orleans for Super Bowl 59, Eagles-Chiefs. Let's talk a little ball here. Who do you think is going to win this football game, and then what are some X factors that you are going to be looking for on Sunday night?
Yeah, one of them are going to win for sure. No, I mean, I'm going to be looking at the same things everybody else is, right? Like, what is going to be Kansas City's answer for Saquon and that offensive line that seems to just spring him loose like nobody's business, right? What is going to be their answer for that? Both teams have dynamic quarterback mobility. I'm about sick and tired of this freaking tush push, but we're going to see that a couple times. So I can't wait to see how that's answered. And then obviously, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they have they're at the peak of their dynamic offense, and I'm excited to see how the Eagles handle that, especially in passing situations. You know, your 3rd and longs. I'm going to be really kind of tuning in to see what they do. And then selfishly, the punt game is something that as a special teams nerd,
Will we see a block punt in the Super Bowl? Nobody can do it like you. I'm guessing probably not.
Listen, man, I would love to be on the team that does. That's like my goal, man.
Right.
I want to be on the team that blocks a punt in the Super Bowl, even if it's not by me. Just like one of my teammates doing it would
That'd
be
great.
Dude, I would just be like, yeah, that's awesome.
All right, I want to give you a chance to plug your kind of cause here, Cafe Momentum.
Sure.
So just tell us a little bit about that and why it's important to you.
Yeah, I'm here with a couple of ambassadors of Cafe Momentum. It's an organization, nonprofit organization, award-winning national organization that essentially is a restaurant that is almost completely staffed by youth who have been affected by the justice system. You know, they have maybe spent some time incarcerated. They come out. They don't know necessarily what they want to do.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't really believe in themselves. And so Cafe Momentum says, hey, come here, opens the doors for you to come in, reinvent yourself. We're going to teach you skills of the trade, culinary, everything to do with service. You are going to come in here and you are going to repackage yourself, and you are now you're not going through life feeling like you're defined by the mistakes that you may have made. And so it's awesome. It's a great place. They got a brick and mortar in Pittsburgh. They're opening a location in Denver and Atlanta this year to be expected. If you want more information, go to cafemomentum.org. If you want to get involved, that would be great. I know a lot of people want to invest in the next generation, and this is just a great way to do that.
Absolutely. Miles, thank you so much for joining us here, man. I know that everybody that watches our show is absolutely going to love you. It's an absolute honor to have you on today.
Dude, pleasure's mine.
All right, that'll be it for us here from Radio Row. And until next time, guys, here we go, Steelers.